Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Shane. Welcome to the Coding Zoo. This is the Coding Zoo JavaScript Building Blocks series. In this lesson, we are going to cover how to do different comparisons. If you're ready to learn how to program, let's get started. So hey, before we begin, real quick, let me tell you why we have the Coding Zoo. So the Coding Zoo was created by me and my children. I'm a software engineer of about 15 plus years, and I learned how to program by myself, on my own, self-study, self-taught. You know, in the near future, there's going to be around 1 million jobs, programming jobs in the US alone, where they're not filled. So we need programmers, and programming is one of the industries where you don't need a degree. It's good to have one, but you don't need one. Our goal with the Coding Zoo is to teach my children and to teach others like yourself or your children how to program and fill one of those jobs. So if you're interested in that, click below. There's a subscribe button and there's a bell for alerts. Go ahead and click that too, and join us with our videos, and check out our website, thecodingzoo.com. Let's get started. Okay, so I already have my main.js file open and index.html file open. I created this file from my template folder. So here's my JavaScript lessons folder. Here's my template folder. I created this lesson 8 so we can save it for later. Here are the files, and I've got them open already. Let's get started. So let's learn about comparisons. So I'm going to, in our previous lessons, we learned how to create a variable. I'm going to create a variable. Minimum salary equals 60,000. Okay, I'm going to create another variable. Maximum salary equals 180,000. Okay. All right, so we've created 2 variables, maximum and minimum salary, and now I'm going to compare those variables. So I'm going to write directly to the HTML document. When the HTML document is loaded up, it's interpreted into a document object model in memory. I'm going to use JavaScript to programmatically write to that object model in memory. So minimum salary is equal to maximum salary. Save it. Go to my browser over here, click refresh, and that's false. So this is what's called a loose comparison. So when you have two equal, this is a equals comparison. You have 2 equal signs. This is called a loose comparison. So a loose comparison, it's not strict. I can actually compare a string and a number, and it will coerce the number into a string and do the comparison. So for example, if I do this right here, document, right. Now, first I'm going to add a new line using HTML to my HTML page. And now I'm going to do a loose comparison with a string and a number. So document right. 6 is equal to string 06. Okay. And that should equal true because it's a loose comparison. Usually a string and a number aren't equal, but with a loose comparison they can be. There we go. True. Let's try a more strict comparison. Document.write 6 equal, add one more equal sign, semicolon, apostrophe 06, end apostrophe. Okay. So this is a more strict comparison. Is this number equal to a string? Well, this is a string. Numbers and strings aren't equal. Numbers can equal numbers. So your answer is false. Let me go ahead and cut and paste that line break there. There you go. False. So this is a loose comparison. This is a strict comparison. I'm comparing whether something is equal. And I can also compare with whether something is not equal. Let's try that out real quick. Document, right? Let's say minimum salary not equal. So I've got a loose comparison going on. Maximum salary. And this should be true because they're not equal. Let me cut and paste, add another line. There we go, true, because they're not equal. Now I'm going to cut those two lines, paste them again, and let's change this. It's a loose comparison. Let's change it to 0, 0, 5 as a string, and then 0, 0, 5 as a number. And since it's a loose comparison, they're not equal. This should be false because they are equal. There we go, false. Now let's turn that into a strict comparison, or a more stricter comparison. I'm going to add one more equal sign. So a stricter comparison basically has 3 signs to it. A loose comparison has 2 signs to it. Okay, so this should be true because a string is not equal to a number. And there you go, true. Let me add that line break. Keep forgetting my line break there. Make it easier for you guys to see, guys and gals. There we go. So it's not equal to each other. One's a string, one's a number. So that's true. Okay. So there are other, so we have a loose comparison of equal and not equal to, and we have a strong, more stricter comparison of equal and not equal to. There are other loose comparisons. They are, let's try it out. Let's try one out. I'm going to cut and paste this. Okay. And I'm going to say that this is greater than or equal to 5. And since this is a loose comparison, it should be true. Yep, it's true. So I'm going to cut and paste that, change that to a less than, and again this should be true. It's less than or equal to, because I got both signs there, so that should be true. Now I'm going to change it one more time. So is, let's say the number 4. Is the number 4 less than 5? True. It is less than 5. Now, cut and paste that. Is the number 4 greater than 5? False. It's not greater than 5. So we have loose comparisons, strict comparisons. We have equals to or not equals to. We have greater than or equal to. We have less than or equal to. We have a less than, and we have a greater than. These are all different ways of doing comparisons. So when you a loose comparison and a strict comparison, which do I recommend? I recommend doing a strict comparison. I recommend that for most cases you want to be more exact. You want to know what you're programming against. Usually you don't want to compare strings and numbers. You can use loose comparisons. I would consider those being edge cases. In other words, cases where they shouldn't be the rule of thumb. They should be the 1 or 2 times you have to do it for a certain reason. They shouldn't be what you do every day. I would recommend strict comparisons for your regular everyday comparisons. So that is it for our comparisons. With the loose comparisons, you have what's called coercion. I can't say it. You have what's called coercion. Coerce. So with the loose comparisons, you have what's called coercion. I can't say it. All right. So with the loose comparisons, you have what's called coercion. I think you get the drift. I'll spell it right here on the screen for you, since I can't pronounce it very well. So what that means is that before it does a comparison, it can transform a string into a number, right? So if you have a string and a number being compared, it'll transform the string into a number. So that's called coercion. I can't say it. Anyway, I hope you get the picture. So these are the different ways to do comparisons. So in our next lesson, we are going to cover conditionals. We're going to see how to use these comparisons to have conditions in our code. Basically, we will be able to, in our code, to compare something, and if something equals this, do that. If something equals this, do that. It's a way to have logic in your code to do different things. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Again, if you want to continue to learn how to program with us, we want to help you be a programmer. That's it for our lessons today. I hope you enjoy the lesson. Definitely leave a comment below. If you have any questions, concerns, just any comments, we'll get back to you. We'd love to hear back from you. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell if you want notifications. Come check out our different playlists. We have 5 different playlists, so check them out. There's HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and all 3 of those put together. And then we have a little weekend adventure playlist with me and my family. So check it out. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.